Now folks, the route over which you're traveling today is one of the oldest railroad rights-of-ways in the entire world. It was given to the Strasburg Railroad Company by an act of the Pennsylvania legislature on June 9, 1832. For over a century and a half, our little railroad has been serving the community of Strasburg. This is definitely not an enterprise that just sprang up yesterday. Many generations of passengers have ridden with us on the road to paradise before you folks boarded our coaches this afternoon. Now, once we pass the equipment that's parked in our yards on our running left, if you look further up along the tracks on the left-hand side, you will see some neat rows of little cabooses. Now, these belong to the Red Caboose Lodge Motel, which is one of the very few places in the entire world where you can caboose. And further to the left in the distance, you will see the yellow tower and flagpole of the National Toy Train Collectors Museum. This museum houses toy trains of all ages and gauges from the 1800s up through the present day. Some of these trains are featured on live operating layout. Now, Fairview Crossing will be next. Fairview. What do you pull out?
Are they using actual coal?
Well, yes.
Yes?
Yes.
One in Disney World stopped using actual coal.
They must have converted it to easier. But it's not.
Just
Disney World never did them.
no, they said they stopped
But they
using
are
coal.
steam.
They are steam at least, yes. Thank you, sir.
But they're not coal.
They're steam. They just burn between diesel fuel and biodiesel.
They showed us how they made it come out of water for the effect.
Well, it's steam. There's a steam water. We work at Cedar Point on the train. We work full. We're still steam. Yeah, both Disney parks are steam. Disneyland and Disney World. They just burn diesel fuel.
Now, the Strasburg Railroad is probably the oldest public utility in all of Pennsylvania.
Disney World or Disneyland?
And it is definitely the oldest continuous operating railroad on the continent of North America. Now, the line is owned by a group of local stockholders. It was back in 1958 that 24 dedicated railroad blocks purchased the line to save it from bankruptcy and abandonment. They organized in a very unusual corporate bank, one president, 23 vice presidents. They all donated their time to one of much hard work, strictly as a labor of love, for the fun of railroads. Now, coming into view on the left-hand side of our train are the large white buildings of the Edgeton Shade Turkey Farm. This is billed as the oldest commercially operated turkey farm in the United States. And it's a very, very busy place too, especially during the months of November and December. And of course, it's not a very good place to be if you're a turkey. Now, Esmond Shade will be next. Esmond Shade.
Oh, that was nice. Good job. Oh, you want the cat to get a photo? out of stock.
You want to remind me some way?
Tighty's still running really strong. Really? 9 times out of 10, Tighty's the go-to.
Oh yeah.
Tighty's the go-to. But he really cares about it, I'm really honest. He is. He's not to be since he's had that account about 500 more, all the stuff happens. That one is his favorite. He loves Tighty.
This is my favorite toy.
Yeah, what is that about?
My favorite stuffed animal is
I said, look over I'm actually using the cold air. I think they'd kill us if we put 5 time on TV.
Yeah.
You whistled?
Now we're very happy to have you with us this afternoon to enjoy old-time steam railroading here on the Strasburg Railroad. Now a word about the equipment that you're riding in. The cars you're riding cost over $250,000 each to restore to their present condition. The locomotives cost over $500,000 each to restore, and we spend $25,000 a year on them to keep them safe and reliable. We're very proud of the work that we do, and it's all accomplished with funds from that ticket that you purchased down at our East Strasburg station. Now this area of Lancaster was settled in the very early 1700s. Route 741 off to your right was originally a Conestoga wagon trail opened about 1710. The big gray stone farmhouse coming up on the right was originally the home of Cornelius Ferry, a wagon maker who settled here about 1774. Now today it's part of the Cherry Crest Farm and their Amazing Maze Corn Maze and Adventure theme park. Now, of course, the Corn Maze and theme park closed last weekend, so there's no activity going on here at the Cherry Crest Farm at this time of year. Now, Cherry Hill will be next. Cherry Hill.
And your forehead, by the way. It's just like a show.
You should have your Reading 6 chime, right?
Oh, look at the pumpkins.
You might have put that on They'd kill us if we put a 5 chime.
It was mine. It was my dream.
Nicholas. Look, let me like back in the summer. 2 years ago. Look, the workers working over here.
That big white farm coming up in the valley far off to our right is a typical Lancaster County Amish farm. Neat and clean, but very plain. There are no carpets, no curtains, no electric lights, no radio, television, telephone, and no automobile. This farmer drives a buggy, and there are plenty of workhorses, mules, and willing hands to help with the hard work of farming. Now, in addition to dairy cattle, the produce consists of corn, wheat, rye, hay, barley, soybeans, alfalfa, and that famous Lancaster County broadleaf tobacco. Now, these are a peaceful and prosperous people contributing greatly to the farm economy of Lancaster County, and we're very proud to have them as our neighbors.
Why do you think they get their spikes from the same company we do?
Probably.
It's so weird because it seems so. Look at them big construction vehicles. Compared to when you're a little kid.
What's small?
So big.
What's small?
Just area, that's all. Like outside, you know what I mean? Okay. You stop if you want to come on this side. Or a couple of trains.
Are you gonna stay over here for the ghost whistle? Are you gonna stay over here for the ghost whistle?
Now, folks, around 1900, a narrow gauge railroad called the Lancaster, Oxford, and Southern ran through the next valley off to our right. Now, although long since abandoned, sometimes when we stop out here at Carpenter's Crossing and blow the whistle on our old number 89, the ghost of their old number 6 engine will answer us back from across the valley. So when we come to a complete stop out here, be very quiet, listen carefully, and see if we can hear that old ghost engine answer us again this afternoon. Although, folks, I must warn you, sometimes the ghost takes cold November Saturdays off. Echo? Who said echo? That's no echo. We pay that old ghost $27.50 a day just to sit over there and blow that whistle for us. Hey, we know it's a ghost too because somebody keeps cashing all those checks we keep sending them. Now, speaking of ghosts, that's Carpenter's Graveyard. Is there anybody on board this afternoon for the graveyard? Now, on the hill above the crossing is the graveyard, the oldest in Lancaster County. And it is buried Marie Marie, a French Huguenot who fled France in the early 1700s to escape religious persecution. She and her followers eventually made their way to Pennsylvania and were given a grant by William Penn himself for 2 square miles, right here in 1712. It was they who named their colony Paradise. Now, folks, remember, 300 years ago, this was America's frontier. Now, for the past 4 miles, we've been traveling through the heart of what is commonly known as the Dutch country. Fertile farmland of the plain people, the Mennonites, the Dunkers, and the Amish. Within Lancaster County are more than 74,000 of these people. They live a quiet, peaceful life of hard work and deep religious devotion, exactly as their forefathers did when they arrived here from Germany and Switzerland over 300 years ago. Now nothing's changed really. Their style of dress, their mode of travel, their entire way of life is the same today as it was 3 centuries ago. Tyler's Crossing coming up. Tyler's.
Yep.
I didn't realize it was over.
Junction will be next. We're the main line of the Strasburg. Means the main line of Amtrak. Now, a short distance ahead, our tracks are sharply to the left as we come alongside what was once the Pennsylvania Railroad main line from New York to Chicago. Now, this location, Lamers Lake Junction in Paradise, has a lot of history to be told. It's the original route of the Philadelphia and Columbia Railroad, which became part of the mighty Pennsylvania Railroad back in 1857. And this was an important stop on the Pennsylvania, with more than 30 trains per day scheduled here in 1898. More mainline tracks remained until 1961. Now, Amtrak owns this stretch of railroad today between Harrisburg and Philadelphia and provides a vital transportation link for commuters and long-distance travelers alike. More than a dozen trains still pass daily, but they don't even slow down. Now, in the earliest days of railroading, when trains were smaller and pulled by horses, this was a horse-changing station. Where the Lumber and Propane Company are today, used to stand Henry Lehman's Hotel. He supplies fresh horses for the trains and refreshments for the passengers. Also worthy of note, on February 22, 1861, the Spencer train ran Abraham and Mrs. Lincoln stopped here briefly when he addressed the crowd of several passengers during one of their destiny in Washington, D.C. Little more than 4 eventful years later, another special train passed in the opposite direction, bearing their slain president's body on its sad journey back to Illinois. Paradise! Came here from Philadelphia and Philadelphia, Trenton, Newark, and New York. Yes, we've been running fast enough to get the Amtrak train out here. Now, folks, you may find it all difficult to believe, but Paradise, well, Paradise, Pennsylvania, that is, you're in it. And let's face it, it may be as close to paradise as some of us ever get. Now, the locomotive pulling our train this afternoon is old number 89, built in 1910 by the Canadian Locomotive Works. She originally ran on the Grand Trunk Western Railway, and she weighs 140 tons, carries 10 tons of bulk coal, and 6,700 gallons of water. And in just a few minutes, she'll be uncoupled from our train and running rapid on her interchange track on the Amtrak board, right inside of our train. Now, please make sure that you give our engineer Dave and our fireman chief a really big wave and a cheer and whistle and clap loudly when they go by, because they really love that. That makes them very happy. And besides, we wouldn't one of the leads in paradise, now would we? Now folks, the remainder of our trip will simply be tracing our route back to Strasburg. So once the train comes to a complete stop here, if you so wish, you may step into the aisle and reverse your seat for the ride back. The only request that we make of you is that you please remain within the car that you are seated in now, and not walk from car to car to take a tour of the train while it is parked here in paradise.
Hey, Farmer!
Thank you all very, very much for your cooperation.
They tore down all that fence along the old valley and give us any. We didn't get any of it. We're down to
Okay, we're gonna get you a hot dog and lemonade when we get up. Okay, we're on our way to get you something.
notice the mile marker out here is 19. You want to sit around the mile marker in Strasburg is 6. So they make the mile markers.
For some of you 5 years old, I'll tell you, you got that whole basic routine down pat.
Just the lights, the necklaces that they sold, I hold the flash top on, so it's magical. What lens is that? Just leave them alone. What a horrible thing to do.
All aboard for Strasburg. Now folks, it's an uphill climb almost the entire way back. So our locomotive and our engineer Dave, but especially our fireman Keith, is going to be working very, very hard to get us home. Now in case you're wondering, on our round trip here this afternoon, Keith will shovel close to 1/2 ton of soft coal. Shovelful by shovelful into the firebox of old number 89. And her boiler will have evaporated nearly 1,000 gallons of water to produce the steam required to propel us along down the track. But now you folks don't have to worry about any of that. All you have to do for the next few minutes is just sit back and relax and enjoy the sights, sounds, and smells of old-time steam railroading here on the Strasburg Railroad.
Don't worry about that at Cedar Point.
Oh, nice choice of seating, Brian.
Tommy needs to take a photo next time.
I really rather. Sit up now.
Cross Grove picnic area will be next. During the warm weather months, all regulars set the train stop here at the picnic ground. We maintain the tables, benches, and barbecue for some beautiful spot. All you have to supply is the food. You can get off any westbound train or return on any later train of the day and miss absolutely none of the rides. But you don't want to miss the last train of the day, which will be our 6 o'clock dinner train this evening.
Oh, look at that one.
It's a long walk back to that station at the
Baby horse.
here.
Sit my sister.
Now we haven't had anyone indicate they want to get off
She'll show you.
since it's so cold today, so we'll just be rolling right through the picnic road. Now along the mall from the station, back in Strasburg, you'll find 3 fine gift shops with all kinds of items to fit every budget. If you seek sustenance, you can stop by the Trackside Cafe. They can supply you with a soup and a sandwich or a complete meal. You can ride the rails on the pump car, find out how much strength it takes, but how much fun it is when you supply the power to propel yourself along down the track. And right next to the pump car ride, you'll find a miniature steam train ride known as the bite-sized puffer belly, formerly the Cagney. Now named after its manufacturer, this little park train's been hauling children of all ages since the very early 1900s. And don't miss the State Railroad Museum of Pennsylvania across the street. They house locomotives, cars, rolling stock, and thousands of other items of railroad-related interest. They are truly one of the finest facilities of their kind in the entire world, and one of our most popular museums here in the state of Pennsylvania. Now, by the time we reach that station, we will have traveled 9 miles over the rails of history. We want to thank each and every one of you for riding with us here this afternoon, because after all, it's you who make all this possible. That ticket that you bought not only got you a ride on America's oldest short line, it's also a contribution to preserving the past. And a portion of that ticket price also goes to help maintain these beautiful Lancaster County farmlands that you see here adjacent to our track.
New 101. What if she gets a new 101?
Look at all the spikes that are there, like they're to work with.
There's 2 trains running. One train goes on the side. So what happens if I go to North Carolina? What will happen again?
I'll wave as I fly over to Orlando.
Something to get away from bad idea.
Because she's going to go to college and find a career and where she's going to go. Something around. Go to North Carolina and she stays in Northtown. She goes to and somebody will have to smell an odor coming out of your bed 6 months after you die. Dead body on
I do like the train layout. Train like over your neck.
Big boys still gonna be running around the
wheels would be torn down to nothing. Greg would be like, damn it, there's my heritage.
Grand Central Station East Strasburg will be next. A final reminder about safety. Please wait until the train comes to a complete stop before leaving your seat. And exit on the station side only because the locomotive will be passing by on the parking lot side of the train. Please do not attempt to cross the tracks until the locomotive is passed. Do take the time to visit the many attractions that you find in our mall, and please have a safe journey home. And remember, the next time you travel, take the train. A lot more fun and 10 times safer.
He was like, what's up?
I'm going to commission you to do paintings for me. I want to paint it that red bar, 7 where we used to live, but a painting of the white bar. So you're saying no?
You want me to take a picture because I'm going to drive out?
You're on it.
Actually, he said a picture of the barn where he used to live.
You're right.
It's red. A picture of a white barn.
I can't help what
A
you're
picture
saying.
of a white barn where you live now. So why would you drive out here? That I want to walk around.
Of what you want me to paint?
This is not even a country.
You don't understand what I'm saying.
I do understand. That's not how it starts.
That's how I do it.
Well, he did say he would go fishing. You understand what the word is, right?
Yeah. Maybe a lot of luck. Go ahead. It's not good.
Who said that?
If said the words were candy, you're not to all
She just said it's only one for a day. I want to
I had to go down the stop. There was a thing on YouTube where the kids have sort of been So we mark it. Mother just throws her pocketbook down and pays on the counter and starts paying.
I think I did that once with
I'm actually going to try it out very soon.
Yeah, so they get to see it. Not the exactly what they're doing. I did that with her once.
What's that? Where are they kids?
Pulls the soil. So they cut it, they feed it to the animals. So they'll plow it up and plant regular crops. It's loaded. It's very cool.
Now, folks, one final note about safety. Again, once again, please remain in your seats in the body of your car until our train comes to a complete stop in the train station. And when you do get off, make sure that you get off on the station side where the platform is. That's where you boarded the train. Watch your step when going down and hold on to the hands of those little ones. Big steps.
That's fear.
Now arriving Strasburg.
Missing all the awesome stuff. Over there in the barn. It's all full of corn dogs for the animals. Absolutely not, will you climb on that? Go sit by Corinne, she'll show you. See, come over here.
Hey, you done? Just let me drink here. Get you.
When you just saying that.
Yeah, but like it matters if like it's a whole worth probably a couple of pages.
Where exactly where we were?
We're exactly where we are.
Wherever you go. Alex,
Daddy, I see him.
you don't know what that's from?
Yeah, they got the deck fire.
It's so cute.
It's a 5-hour train ride. The West Coast, just giving her instructions. Is this having a real sentimental value to it? No. You got open. Big Bang?
I finally got it.
You know that's a rip-off of the movie, you know that? The movie's called Ball of Fire. Yeah. It's got Gary Cooper in it.
Oh, really? It's a water tank, that's right.
It's actually better. The show is great. The movie's actually better than the show.
I regret saying that. I regret saying that.
Singing Song 38.